Hi everyone, Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and in this video I'm going to talk about what's on my iPhone. Now, there will be some apps I won't go into, but I'm going to talk about mainly the ones I use the most, and I'm also going to go over the iPad as well. Now you can see that I have Mercury weather here. Can't really do much with it as this one is the free version, but I can change the color of the widget and some other cool things. Then we also have the phone app, Photos, where they redesigned it with iOS 18. Then we also have a church folder. That's what I named it, with the Bible and GarageBand, where you can make music, but I currently have it offloaded. Snapchat, I don't use, but I'm planning on at some point in the future. Then I have X, formerly Twitter, which I do use, but I don't post anything to it. I just look at different pictures and things. And we also have two other apps, Gmail, Podcast, and the YouTube folder, where I have my channel where you can edit different things or manage it rather. Managing some of the different videos I do. And it also tells me the subscriber count, 129. I'm almost at 30. Then I have YouTube Music, settings, and camera. On the next page, we have calendar, Geekbench, journal, news, find my, notes, passwords, which is a redesigned app in iOS 18. It shouldn't show any of the passwords here. Here's all my different things. I'm not going to go into any of them, but you can see the overall look of the new app in iOS 18. I really love that Apple gave us this app so we don't have to go into settings and access our passwords that way. It's a standalone app now with iOS 18. Then we also have the redesigned calculator app. When you first take a look at it, it doesn't look that much redesigned, but you have this button down here where you can access your different options. You can go to your calculator history. Well, you have math notes here also. And then up in the three-dot menu, you can go to your history and whatnot. Then we also have Maps Craft, which is a third-party note-taking app. Home, Arc Search. I have another folder. I'm not going to go into that one. I have a cars folder with Mercury weather, or the Mercury weather, and two cars folder. I do like to look at cars, but these two apps here, Tesla and Porsche, I have offloaded. Then we also have Google, Apple Store, where you can buy any of the newest products. We also have Apple support, Apple Watch, which hopefully someday I can get an Apple Watch and use some of the watch faces. They're taking a little bit of a while. Okay, there they are. They're loading in now. We have the watch faces here. All the different ones. Astronomy. Kind of some iOS wallpapers that we have. Then we also have developer, which shows WWDC. We have a clock widget. Apple Store, App Store, books, shortcuts, music. For when I like to listen to my radio, I have two of the same apps. Voice memo, stocks, fitness, TV, wallet, invites, iTunes, watch, and the Tesla app offloaded. And we have some apps in here. Here is Final Cut Camera. I also have Shazam, Freeform, where you can edit with different boards and whatnot. Photos, YouTube, music, GarageBand, some traveling apps. I have some games on here, but I kind of offloaded them to free up more space. And we have the Weather Channel, Mercury, and the Apple default weather app, and some other apps. I did have Overcast as I listened to podcasts and Apple Podcasts, But I might delete Overcast and just keep Apple Podcasts. This is pretty much the same thing. And this wallpaper that you see here, this is a photo I took last year when I was on vacation in Florida. So that's how I have it as my wallpaper. Now it's time to switch over to the iPad. On my iPad, I have the weather app, FaceTime, Photos, Apple TV, Fitness, or Find My rather, password, settings, camera, calculator got redesigned. Here's how it looks on the iPad. It looks pretty big. You have your same options with Math Notes and Basic and all the other options that you have. Notes, news, books, App Store, podcast. I have one app I don't use, but I do use X. But again, I'm planning on using some of these apps, or I might get rid of some of them. I have Maps, but I'm not going to go into that one. Or I could, but I won't in this video. Home, reminders. I do use reminders to remind me of different dates and to make certain videos, like I used it for my 3 years later video on my iPad Air. DaVinci, which is a large app. I had to offload it. I have Arc Search, Spark Mail, which I made a video on. And there's this weird bug now where my YouTube is not updating properly. So let me go out of dark mode, or actually that's not what I'm going to have to do. Let's go back. Yeah, it's still not working. Also, for whatever reason, split screen on this iPad is not working at all. Split screen usually works when you go into an app and then you drag one app. Yeah, it's not working at all. So if anyone else is facing that bug on their iPad, running iPadOS 18.3.2, comment on this video, because I don't know why, but split screen is not at all working. So I'm going to hope that it gets fixed in iOS 18.4. But as far as other apps, well, I have CapCut, which I'm going to be editing this video using. I've been using this app, now that I think of it, for about 1 week. And I'm going to mention that tomorrow. I've been using it for a whole week. And we have Spark Mail. I do have some games on this device and ChatGPT. I have Tubi because I like to watch a lot of movies on this iPad. And I also have iMovie, but it's offloaded. We have Opera, and I also have Arc Search, Google Chrome, but I don't, oh, there it is, Google Chrome. And I have some other apps, voice memos. I'm going to delete that app because I don't really use it like that, or offload it. I may just get rid of it. Some traveling apps, weather. I also have developer for the Worldwide Developers Conference in June. Swift Playgrounds, Amazon, App Store, Back Market, Fitness, Health, and Zillow. And I do have Minecraft on this iPad and some other games, but I'm not going to go into them. So that's my overall setup. And also, again, this wallpaper I got from, this is my vacation I took. And I took this one down in Chicago. It's a lot of other things I have. I'm not going to say exactly where with the locations because I don't want to put that on the video. But, you know, the overall towns and states that I've been to. Really, I've only been out of state twice. But that's the overall setup of my iPhone and my iPad. So if you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And also comment down below if you know how, or if you're facing the issue rather, where split screen is not working on the iPad. Maybe that's a bug in iOS 18.3.2, and it might need to be fixed in 18.4 maybe. So comment below if you're facing that issue on any iPad running iPadOS 18.3.2. I'm Mr. Hawkins with Hawkins Tech, and I will see you guys later. Peace.